Hey everybody, Jay Super Awesome here, about to go in and check out Happy Death Day 2 with Mrs. Awesome, and I will let you guys know later on what I think about it. Okay, so just getting back in from watching Happy Death Day to You. Now, this was a belated Valentine's date for me and Miss Awesome, as we never go to the theater through the week on a weeknight. So we went today, and now I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. So going into this movie, when it was announced, it kind of came as a surprise to me, but I was glad to hear that there was going to be a part 2 made. So with that being said, I thought the first movie was so creative, so I went into this one completely blind, as I didn't want to know anything about it, because I thought the first one was extremely creative, and I just wanted to see what they would be able to come up with. And I definitely was not disappointed. Now, I was expecting a little bit more slasher elements to this, and this one really went away from that. And that is a little bit disappointing, as they are actually more dramatic elements to this. I thought the writing was really good. I really liked that aspect of the story, and it was really cool to kind of have a second movie with the same characters. These characters are very well developed at this point. And but it had a lot more of a dramatic feeling to me. And also, this movie it touches on more of the science fiction of horror than actual straightforward slasher movie type horror. This has time travel and black holes or wormholes or whatever you call it, parallel dimensions and things like that. I think the parallel dimension is probably the best way to describe it. As our main character, she's actually gets stuck in the loop once again. And when the movie started off, I thought it was actually going to be a different guy stuck in the loop, which was kind of interesting how they kind of moved it from him back to her. I thought this movie done a really lot of cool things with the characters like that. Okay, so I had touched on this movie had moved away from the slasher elements. That's basically because, and there is a few kills by the killer in this, but it's basically because our main character, Tree, she kind of works her way around the killer, and she just kind of starts committing suicide to try to buy the science students enough time to solve the problem and get her back to her own dimension. So in the middle of doing all this, she's trying to spend time with her mother, who in her actual real time, the real dimension she's supposed to be in, is no longer with her because she is deceased in her actual real dimension. So she's trying to make a decision within herself if she wants to stay where she is now or move back to her official time. Now, this movie to me, plays out more of like a science fiction movie with a few slasher elements to it. This movie reminded me of a lot of science fiction comedy movies in the 80s. This movie has some comedic elements to it as well, and I enjoyed that about it. There actually is a reference to Back to the Future, and this is definitely like a horror version of Back to the Future. You could totally look at it that way. So, overall, I really enjoyed it. Liked the characters. I thought the acting was pretty much 100% in this movie, all besides the one guy that was dumb as a rock. He was a little bit off, but overall, great characters. Still liked the story. And had a really fun time watching it. So I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. And I'd like to thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment below, and let me know what you guys think about Happy Death Day to you.